we're back.
Hello.
So we're here for the tutorial.
For this story here, 4 high 4x4 flush. Or if you didn't see the show,
I wasted 3 weeks of my life on fun.
if you didn't see the showcase, go watch that. Here's the opening and closing. To start with.
So while this is opening and closing, I'm just going to put a quick disclaimer before we have to redo the recording because beforehand he said we're going to have to redo it if we don't mention this.
Yeah.
Don't test it until we say it is okay to test it. While you are building the door, put obsidian around the door, like the door, so that half pushes, or else you're gonna have a lot of thing to do.
Yes.
Gotta get that one happy.
Yes, I'm active. Because we never do that, and I always say that while we're building the door. It's very important. What we mean not to test it is that if we're building it and then we are gonna flick the lever or whatever, don't do it, and because there could be a mistake in ours that could be in yours. So that's the closing. Yeah, but I'm gonna be using end portal frames because why not?
Yeah. Also, I also want to say something. The Gummington has a tendency to lag out, and his audio goes all of a sudden. So go watch his version of it.
Yeah.
Also, my PC is currently dying. I don't know why, but Discord's using all of my CPU. So I'll be right back.
And also, and by the way, we will be building different circuits. So when we are building this, if Hi's building, I will spectate him, and I will spectate him in Game Mode 3. When I'm building, he's gonna spectate me, so you can see both parts. And whoever's gonna be making the circuit will be explaining the circuit. So, yeah.
Also, what I find funny is that no block powers is extended when it's notice that. And I just find it really
And also, there's this note block. If you are making this in like in a single player world, in a void world, you can put a carpet on it, or my favorite is just string works.
This just doesn't matter, it still works. So
okay, so let's get to the tutorial. So Hi is going to start with the first part of the item list. So you see we have 3 chests and not 2 this time.
Yes, so I'm just going to explain this. So you're going to need a stack of 28 observers, a stack of 14 sticky pistons,
2 stacks,
18 normal pistons, 34 redstone repeaters, 30,000 2 redstone blocks, 4 torches, a trapdoor, a redstone lamp, 14 slabs of your choice, 4 transparent door blocks, in this case stairs, 60 wall blocks, like outside wall blocks, 32 wall blocks that are sort of inside of the door.
So like in the hallway, basically.
Yeah. And 16 actual door blocks that'll be in place. Oh.
And don't use redstone blocks. You can use observers facing upwards though. You can, for your door frame, you can use actually just observers facing upwards or downwards, but don't.
You can in some cases to just use normal blocks, please. No TNT, no redstone blocks, just normal blocks.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of them so you can't use glass in some cases.
Yep. Continue.
I guess 16 glass.
So any pushable block.
Or total. 1 input block or red wool. 5 orange wool, 12 yellow wool, 27 light blue, 3 lime, 2 magenta, 2 light blue carpets, they should be switched around. 7 blue wool, 17 cyan, and 7 pink. Or just total 64 18 building blocks and 2 carpets.
Okay, good job. And this is the best chest of all time. Yes, so you need 2 chest minecarts. I'm kind of sad about that. I wish there was more. There are 3, 6, 9, I think 10, 11 furnace minecarts. Some of them are using limiters and some of them are just using hopper knives. 1 boat, of course, as you can see here. And Hi is going to do the boat because I suck with boats. A fence gate for how we do certain clips. 2 lightweighted pressure plates just for delay, and wooden pressure plates for delay, but and also signal strength. The fences are for the pressure plates to stand on, and also one of them is used for the float cart under here. The cobwebs are for the cobweb timers, so there's 6 of them in total. 2 string are used for cobweb timers as well. A trap chest. This is just for looks. I know Hi likes this, but it's not actually needed. To be honest,
it's for 1% more density. Okay.
Yes, it makes it look better. It makes it look better. You need 1 cauldron, and you need 3 water bottles or 1 bucket of water. Just use water bottles because it's better.
Because water just don't look nice.
Exactly. 8 note blocks. Cause yeah, 2 tripwires. Cool fact: 2 tripwires, 2 string actually makes an actual tripwire. Cool. You can make a trap. 13 comparators, 34 hoppers. So some of these are used in dropper loops, and some hopper timers, and some are just used to update observers. 6 droppers for dropper loops. 1 shovel, but the shovel's not actually needed because it's just to put up the campfire. This stuff in the corner is just to position the carts. You don't actually need 64 redstone blocks, buttons, and rails. These are just here to position the carts. And the last chest. All the items.
So, you can actually use these shovels if you want to put up a campfire. But we just use potions because they're color-coded. So
yes. Which
this is all not for building blocks, but for items inside of droppers, Erdai, etc. So you're going to need 2 stacks of 23 stackable to 64 items, and 5 unstackable items totaled.
Yeah.
Or 64 purple, 40 and 32.
Yes.
I don't even care what that is.
You also need 3 furnaces.
9 ray blue and 1 unstackable with that circuit. 2 orange, 2 of another orange, but they can't stack. As you can see, they don't stack. So use orange wool, orange concrete, and 3 unstackable items there. I'm pretty sure this goes here.
Yeah, it's fine.
And 1 magenta with another unstackable and 1 yellow. Also 3 furnaces will be needed in phases. That's why I separated these.
Yeah.
This is actually like 60-40. So.
Yeah, and the reason why we're using potions as unstackable items because I guess I discovered. Yes, and I kind of discovered that because you can also use, instead of snowballs, you can use banners, and I know how people like to color code their items using wools. So you can use potions now. I would probably figure out all the colors. Yeah, it's in the water. Yes, and also make sure these droppers are not dispensers.
Yeah.
Yes. So yes, you have a lot of work to do. You can get your screenshots now. You need a 12 by 19 area, 19 long, 12 wide, and your hallway is 5 in from the right, so you're going to count 5 in, you're going to place your block, then go an extra 3, and then your hallway. I suggest you don't build this door, because you can just find a 4x4 flush door online, but...
Yeah, that and Aquarhide, but this was a bunch of anyway, so...
Yeah, so... I guess Hi can start with the layout, because so I'm gonna go into game mode 3, and I'm gonna spectate Hi as he does.
Okay, that's fine. That somebody's in me. That can be taken out of context.
Okay, there you go.
So you're just gonna start building your wall.
So we're building this slightly higher because.
Yeah, I just want space to put cards and whatnot.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go, break these. Your door blocks that are gonna be in the wall are these, this 4x4. So this 4x4 will be pushed into your wall, which is this layer here. This layer, right, in black and yellow. What is that? 1, 2, 3. Actually, 3 here. And stack that to 5. And then have pistons here. And 2x4 pistons here. Facing upwards, these observers. And these observers are going to be facing upwards, but I prefer this way because it's nicer. Make these door blocks. I'm not going to do layout because I'm way too lazy.
And also include the triple.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Yeah, we'll get to that after.
This 4 stickies. And here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's another ball with the students. These don't actually have to be sticky. You don't retract these because you don't have to worry about pushing on it, which is nice.
If it was 5 high, which we're never gonna do, would.
Yeah. We're probably gonna end up making V2 of this, and I'm gonna force Guardian to do it again.
I'm not. No. I'd rather make a 5 high version, 5 high, 5x5 flush, which I rather just use.
I was gonna hold you guys into that on this anyway, so.
And now I'm gonna regret this.
Yes. So then they're gonna have a double here. It's gonna actually be a quad. Hence this. So this will extend, and then when this is actually powered, which helps a lot. Distance here, like so, observers like this, and that's your layout. I'm not going to do implants because I'm way too lazy. Yeah. So Guardian is going to start with your input circuit. Let's enable this wall.
Yeah. So, by the way, these walls will be obviously dismantled and then put back together because, yes, you can see what I'm talking about. I should be back in. You can see there's torches and stuff on the wall and observers.
Yeah, speaking of, this door technically isn't really a full open door. This is what's getting this torch, but we don't care.
Yes, but
solid, walk through them,
yeah, they're only solid if you interact with them, but they don't have a collision box. Only
this will be opened by the torch naturally anyway, so.
Yeah. My original idea was to just have a piston go out to this point here and just stay here while the door is closed, but I'm not sure if that can be used.
Yeah, I didn't like that, so.
Also this. We will point out the stairs when we get to that, and now I will get to red. So, I have to grab some stuff over here.
Yeah, so I'm gonna grab some wool colors in advance.
Red.
Yes.
Okay, so starting from the back of your door, so I'm here. You're gonna go 6 blocks in and then place a note block. So this is your lever, but we have ours.
Please stand still. Thank you.
Ours is levitated, so there you go. 2 observers here. So this will take an output from the note block when getting updated. This block is red for my preference. It can technically be pink, but I prefer red. And
so be careful.
This hopper timer will be used for pink, but it's technically part of yeah, I know. And I believe the piston for this one goes here.
Yes.
And then this is part of orange, but I think it's still part of red. This is still plant controls orange.
I'll get the items.
So that is red. So when you flip this, you can see that goes like this. And also there will also be some stuff over here afterwards, but we'll get to that soon. So now I can go into game mode 3, and Hi-Hi can now. And Hi-Hi's gonna, I guess, build the rest of this side, cause.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cause he made this side basically.
Starting with this, observe facing down and across, so we can place this comparator. This actually has to be out. And now we get these items. And the order will go like this.
I should actually
potion, 2 items, potion, different 2 items.
I should actually be whenever he does by the way, whenever he does items, I'm gonna go out of game mode 3. So you have to do, we're using fire resistance potions, but it's fine. You have to have an unstackable item, so you can just use shovels. You have to have 2 items to stack to 64, but then you need 2 different ones. So you can see this is orange concrete and this is orange wool. So, and you have to do them in this order, otherwise you can't do it. Okay, so I'm gonna go back into game mode 3 and inspect a Hi-Hi. There you go.
This, hopefully this, Flinter trapped chest because I'm way too lazy. Let me check something real quick. Somebody's pinging me. Of course it's done. Apparently, this is an observing, though it doesn't really have to be. If you can't have noticed already, I'm doing stuff. Yeah, sorry about chat. How does this go again? Yes. Let's see. What? I am Confucian. This is a blog. It's like chasing downward or something like that. Yeah, it is. Hold on, I need to double check this real quick.
I believe it's a blog.
So this.
He has a schematic. I don't, because, yeah.
What? I absolutely just don't.
Check actual door, maybe?
Hold on. Yeah. Sorry again for this. I just haven't memorized the door. Can't be bothered.
Yes, it's
Oh my, I am so dumb. Okay. This makes more sense. Block, dust, block, dust, this.
Yeah.
Again, sorry for that. I'm gonna be a cut there. Honestly, I couldn't go on there to fix that. And then you can have stuff like this, this. Wrong one. Doesn't really matter. But
Oh, we should also add the obsidian, by the way.
and I did not take your own advice. Wow.
Yeah, so this is where we can use immovable blocks. I will do that for Hi while he keeps building.
No, I'll do it. It's fine. You have to record, remember, so yes. Yeah, I keep forgetting my own door. Oh yeah, so this actually has to be a trap door.
By the way, this trapdoor will be used later as a limiter. Hooray.
Yes. Actually, it's not because Guardian is outdate, and you know how this works.
I am delayed in life, lol.
Oh yeah, I forgot that I made this. And that's orange. It's very small, compact. I'm not gonna forget it. So, yeah. And yeah, so this is orange done. Should I put that in?
So I guess we can test, don't test.
Don't test until we say so. Let's just put this down. Oh, I forgot something. Of course I did. I forgot.
That's why you shouldn't test it when we tell you not to.
I'm gonna pause it. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't have a schematic. I'm just gonna keep building this. So, it's quite simple. So this goes into a hopper here, like that. Okay.
Yeah, it was cut off by something. Sorry. Sorry about that.
I added 2 blocks, actually.
Yeah.
Now 4. Okay, so that's all you gotta do.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to are you spectating? I'll assume so. And I'm thinking my game sounds out there. Using some let's try that out. And on the other edge, we'll just get back to the paper. And yeah, so.
By the way, can Okay, one more thing. I'm doing this for my standards.
What? You're doing what?
I'm going to make this lever within the right state. So, you don't need to do this. I just prefer it like this. I like it when it's flipped.
What do you mean the door's open and...
There, that's better. Anyway, so Hi-Hat is now going to build probably the most complex circuit in the door.
Oh
So,
my god, this is gonna be pain.
so first we have to discuss the sequence before we actually build this.
Oh.
Yeah, we should do sequence. Okay, so this is the sequence to control this. We already showed you orange. Basically, it's just a ROM. So basically, it's kind of like an.
Keep running out a lot, so could I just explain this for
Sure.
your sake? So, first we expand that one, this one, okay? Okay, good.
So it's more like.
So 1, 2, 3, and then the fourth one would be here, but...
So it's kind of like an A. It's just like an ABCD circuit,
Yeah.
just controlled by a ROM.
A, B would do nothing, C, D, and then A, B, C would do nothing, D. And then with the other I do just do the exact same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's this. That's not hard. Let's. Yes. I want to thank Hi for actually making both sequences. We'll get to this side eventually. But
I basically did the majority of the hard work because I didn't want to do it.
yeah. So I guess we can start. So we need to talk about certain parts of the door. So like B times 2 fast, A, B, B, A, and C, B, 4 tick or whatever. Or just like the connection really. So
let me explain this. B X too fast. B 1 tick. Twice. Do it fast. And then if B 4 tick, do it once. And then this is just the circuit we did ABA, which does A, then B, then A, all 1 ticks. C, D, tick, etc. And then repeat 3 times, repeat everything behind 3 times. And then at the end, you just have to finish the course.
yeah, so this B times 2 fast is lime at the bottom here. So this is like what the code name for this is, just setup.
He's wrong. B times 2 fast is actually done by paying with this dropper hopper.
Oh, never mind. Well,
As I said, he didn't help whatsoever like this. I'm just going to start explaining this because I have to. Or else I get fired.
okay, so I guess I would just tell you the letters, I guess.
Sure.
So you have B times 2 fast, so this is like our setup. So we're just using redstone blocks. Whenever we give a long pulse, it's either a 2 tick or more. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we do B 4 tick, it's just going to be a long pulse. Okay, so next we have A, B, B, A. Oh yeah, because those two are like connected or something. Okay, now we have A, B, B, A, which is like a little double extender. Which is
So A once. A. It's not A, B, B, A, it's just A, B, A. He still has trouble with that, children. So then B 1 tick is exactly where the long pulse in the door. And then we actually leave that observer out and then retract. And then we do A, B 1 tick, A, and then 1 tick. That would retract. This would actually get mixed at the end. Okay? And you do the exact same thing. And then, wait, that should be this. I don't know why I did that. Then this. I know why. I'm just gonna keep this like this for now. Doesn't really matter. And then this will power. Yeah, I'm lagging a lot right now.
RIP.
And then why do you not do this?
Oh. Oh, the pistons broke here. It's just.
Let's just do the top cycle for now.
Yeah, so it's not working, but you get the idea. It will work in the actual door.
Yeah,
It's just.
I'm just doing this for my sake. I'm only paying attention to the top ones, not bottom ones.
I will fix the stuff that's breaking.
Break.
This should be.
I'm just sorry, interestingly, because I have to do it otherwise it will break. That. This actually, I'm just gonna break nothing extends. And then on the final pulse, when this pulse is twice fast.
Like
So
that.
we'll do that. So it'll attract this, that replaces dust, and this will extend retract. And then you can do the final thing. So this.
Oh. These get pushed across.
Yeah, these only push back.
Which is part of the sequence for the other side, which when we get there will work.
Yeah, you might be thinking that we can just cut this, but for sequencing sakes, we just do this. Then A, B, A. Oh god.
Yeah.
And then this will be at the end sent out. Please let me just thank you. And then this.
Yeah.
And that's the sequence.
Yeah, so it's pretty so it seems complex, but it's quite simple. It's mostly just joining connections.
Yeah, because 88 is a circuit, and that's already linked to a toggle and whatnot. I'll go into that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go into game mode 3, and Hi will now be building this probably for like the next little while. This next side. Yeah. Okay, so Hi get.
I need to study this real quick. Okay. Let's see if I can get this somewhat right in the first try.
Remember to place your immovable blocks back. I will do that while Hi.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that while I focus on this real quick.
And proto frames, please. I'm using M-Pro frames because I like those. My favorite.
You forgot.
Oh yeah. Back into game mode 3, and let's go back to Hi, and you can start building how.
This is a slab for later, so this will be your AV circuit. This is pulse twice with other tires. It could have been 4 times, but no. This actually uses a known mechanic where carpets will be on top of this repeater. Fun. Yes. This. Repeater and down. That. This is actually a observer taking downwards. Observer. Why? Taking this to observer here. Yes. 2 blocks. Hopper here. Face down. Observer up. Then you have this. Make this a slab. Make this a slab. Dust repeater. Like so. This is all. Everything's here. Somewhere. And then this also powers this. This. Lock. So this repeater will lock this repeater for a tiny bit. It will actually still be powered, but it'll update the observer still. This last observer, the repeater. That will attract this or resend it rather. Push it into the piston. Cauldron, and here comes the clip of your lifetime.
Yay! First of the mine carts. For now, it's not as good as until we get to the boats. Hee hee hee.
Where's what can
Also remember to be explaining what you're doing.
Yes, this is a light carpet to place there. This is to limit And then you're gonna grab your cobweb. There's so many cobwebs. Cobweb here. Where's the string I'm talking about first? So this string will be powering or updated out of this user, which will power a repeater. That's actually one of the jobs for repeater. Again, I did not memorize this, so. What is that going to? Oh, yes, it goes into here. Which powers no block, piston, observer. This actually causes a lot of pain. I had to really do half of the circuit just because this was in sync. It made me so mad, but I got through it, thankfully.
Yeah.
Abs. But what else is there in this little space? Not much actually. Actually, might as well actually build line over here. So this is line we'll do the final impulses of the door. So this makes 8 impulses. When this extends, this observer will power from being pushed up. But this observer will protect it, powering and being pushed up. Nice. This has to be slabs. If you don't realize this, you don't have a brain. And yeah, if you're wondering what I was doing right, I was zooming in the dust. Hence also this has to be a slab. Here's how we made slabs right here. And yeah, that's kind of it for that little section of the door. What else is there? I don't even know where to begin. The carpet. And then the note block. This is why you have to get that. Okay, we should actually put the hopper timer right here.
I will also execute mode 3 so you can see the items. So as Hi puts the items in, you will see the items.
Actually, why is there not a T7? But it doesn't really matter anyway, so it's me. Also, this red selection should not be retracted.
Okay, so this can just be 9 regular items, 64, and this can be just 9. We'll go back into Hi.
Yeah, I just wanted to make that on the right edge. Update the softwares. And then you're gonna get output. Actually, sorry. What out? I'll subtract them out of A. Bonus. Where am I from? Can you seriously what? Oh yeah, that's right. Wasn't it like so much time? Outside? Or was there simply one?
Okay, I should actually exit really quick. So, this is subtract mode, like I said, and then in this furnish is 1. So I'm actually gonna switch this out for a light blue item because he has special shulker box. Yeah, this shulker box has a bunch of it. Yeah, so just do this. Where's Hi? There's Hi.
I'm coming back over here. Sorry, I had to check something. This is single track 2, so 69 is the bottom.
Yeah.
Slab, dust. Break this down. Don't be anymore. Yes. Block, repeater, and then this goes to the server. Hopper. Yeah, I'm sorry for not memorizing all of this.
Yeah, it's just we just wanted to get the tutorial done as literally as fast as possible. because
Yeah, because
I wanted the showcase done by New Year's, and then now the tutorial is just pretty easy to do. This is being recorded before New Year's because it just makes our lives easier. We're gonna publish this after New Year's, it's because we're gonna do this showcase on New Year's because it's better.
I was actually gonna have the tutorial as a teaser, but that's besides the point. Yes. So this has to be redirected so it doesn't fire the piston. And that's how you get the first pulse. This powers this twice, does this afterward.
Yeah.
We should actually probably get back and put it. All of these blocks are wrong. Okay, cool. Properties of actually, yeah, it's powered from in there. So this dropper will be powered from this repeater. So that's how droppers work. Two, this has to be a stair, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, we should also did you put the immovable blocks on, by the way?
The what? Sorry.
The immovable blocks.
Yeah, all the blocks are there.
Good. It's always good.
As you can see,
Yeah.
I'm sorry again for standing like that. It's just hard. Yeah, this delay is sort of precise. Yeah, this also has to be a stair to prevent flooding.
We could memorize the store, but it would just take too long. And I won't be building the store for a little while because I don't know most of the store, obviously. And I didn't build, and to be honest, I built pretty much very little of it, but like still most of it. So, like I built most of the opening. Like I started the open. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like I started it off with the sequence, but then, yeah, you get it. So.
I don't even know what I'm building this one. Oh, yes, that's what we can do.
So.
This in here. I'm gonna have to get a cart first, an annoying cart, actually. Not really, actually. And why is this interesting? Oh yeah, that'll be 6 later. Make sure everything's blocked off while placing this low pressure plate. Make sure that top is sitting with sesame down. Make sure this is always down. Always. Yes, put a cart here.
There'll be much harder cards later, by the way. Not really.
Yeah, but not really. But this is probably one of the harder ones. The one with the carpet and whatnot.
Yeah.
This is powered from a loop thing back here. I'll get to that in a second. Yes. 1, 2, 3. So coming from back over here, this dust block powers this ox chain. This goes up. That's good. Down. Actually. Across. Straight across. I don't know why that works. Sure. Great, just keep me in the background.
Yeah, because I can't build much of the store. I could just build the other side and do in 2 takes. But yeah, he's building parts of it. I will be building the other half, which will probably go much slower.
Slowly, kind of like,
Yeah, he's doing the best he can. Best he can.
This is the fun part. So I have computer, so I can do stuff like this.
Yeah, so yeah.
But I suggest using a
torch. Just a regular torch or a ladder. I prefer a ladder, really.
I honestly prefer my soul torches.
Don't use redstone torches because it's like a hazard.
Yeah, I don't power as well, so.
Yeah. But if you hear any background noise, just me or hi-fi.
Yeah, so shoot us. And this wall has to be a slab. If you don't see it, you don't have a brain. This dropper box is able to make a preparer, which will power this piston, which will bubble this things. You have to use a dropper later in the circuit to power. This we get a bullet tower.
My recording's almost at 45 minutes, and we're not even done.
Mine is at, I can't even see it. 4 minutes. Because I had the 5-minute cut, so. That should be a 4-10. And then this will go into the payload, this. And all of this is going to be repeat, ops, basically.
Yes, basically.
Especially like things in there. I have to power this input in the end. It's 8, so. Yikes. Yes. What else is there? Oh yeah, so yeah, it's actually technically good paint now that I think about it. Oh yeah, I guess life was done. Yeah, totally. Yeah, because all I want is pink, so. And yellow, obviously, but.
Yeah.
Pink is the control. Yeah. If you make sure you don't have the item in the dropper. Sadly, we can't really test it. It's annoying to test.
Yeah. Pink does the counting, right?
Yeah, control it, be fine, like, yeah. So, pink, I'll start from right here. No, sorry, straight here for now. Here, positive, obviously. I'm never trying to do a ton of almost being tons of delay, because I have to wait for this floor tick, this floor tick, and then be stacked for traps. Among other things. So, repeater 3 over, down a ton across. Not a complete repeater. And then this up and down. And then this goes. Yes. I got a torch track. I'm just gonna use speaker real way too easy.
Yeah. Ease clap, be like.
And then replace this block here. Very important. Do not forget to replace the block. So this obviously I'm ready for what a waste of space it is, but I needed it like so much delay, and it's not that fun to do. So I just gave up, gave in, said, nope, I will skip this. Yes. Block here, and walk down. Compare facing this way. This will meet the signal from this thing. I just power that.
Yeah, so, have you placed any containers recently? Or not really? Or is it the...
other than this one dropper down here.
Which one?
It's
Yeah.
one that I'm just staring at.
Yeah, because I forgot...
So
Yeah,
I made sure I
yeah.
can make that like
Yeah.
20 times.
Every time you put an item in, just say what the items are.
Observer facing me downwards. Sickness. This is why I wanted the floor to be 2 down. And then observer here. Apparently, So she should probably do that. There's some trash.
Yes. It's working.
Uh, yes. So this is going to be the first powering, and second powering of this. So, down, across, block. This is why I decided to get slab as well. If you still don't understand, you cannot have a grade or eyes for that matter. This hopper facing downwards, obviously downwards when they're being used in the ox chain. Rock is the best. This will power twice because items flow through. This powers on. This will retracting this system again because it's being extended from it. When this turns off eventually, this will re-extend, powering this making a clock, or not making a clock rather, and this will power again, giving the third and final powering of our sequence. We're still missing one thing. That thing is the final, over here, the final V2 pass.
Yeah.
And that is this dropper here, which is sort of annoying to input. So, as you can see, it's just the obvious power and the power of the dust line powered by the dropper. And as you might have seen already, we do this by a ton, or rather two timers. So
Yeah. More minecarts, hooray.
Okay.
There's only, fun fact, there's only 5 minecarts on the closing side. There's more on the, there's about 5 just entities on the right side, on the closing side, but there's 9 on the opening side.
Yeah, minecarts is 0 chest minecarts, but it's chest minecarts.
Yeah, the chest minecarts are on the other side, which I wish there was much more. I'm kind of sad about that.
Yeah, I remember when he said, hey, I'm going to redo this, he said, okay, you're going to redo it with as many cards as possible.
Yeah.
I said, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
I mean, you never specified how many cards or what.
Yeah, I just wanted a lot, because, like, introduction to 2020, bro.
Yes.
A good first impression be like.
Maybe 2021.
Yeah, pretty much.
Whatever. Winter pressure plate for delay, I'm pretty sure it can be stone, or not stone, gold. Let's put a cobweb here. Which, what's funny, if you break the cobweb and replace it afterward, this card sort of goes down, but as soon as you unlock this, it sort of just clicks out.
Yeah. The way you can prevent that is if you just place a block just right next to the piston, but I don't.
Yeah, I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's not needed.
And I don't even know if there's room for that.
I'm sure there is. I don't care. Actually, yes, there is. There's open space there. But again, couldn't be bothered. This is an observer facing downwards. Also, when you're rolling the cart in, because it just saves time, which we don't have a lot of at the moment. So this card just ignores all collision whatsoever. This is annoying. It's sort of just tilted. I'll relog in a sec. This is why the stair had to be there, so this observer doesn't power this piston. It has to be out. This actually took like a good few revisions to do, simply because this kept changing into yellow, which we'll get in a sec. Or rather, I'll get to in a sec. But yeah, yellow decided to just dump low. What? Why is this clouds here? Okay. That doesn't need to be there. I just replaced it. Now we need to get an observer right there. You can do if you carefully move yourself into here. this block, placed it, replace this block with room, and this is where it gets this way into the dust from this up there. Wait, replace, where's the block here? Place this torch, place pressure plate, cobweb, observer, and yeah, so this would be a big gun. I'm pretty sure you can test it. Actually, you might as well.
Well, don't do it yet. Of course.
Wait.
Fine. If there's breaks, it's your fault. Hi.
I'm gonna break these blocks now and break those for my ease. Let me double check this. Don't care about that. Something like that. Yep, should be okay. No issues so far. So, ready?
Go ahead.
Let me just double check items. Why are there no items in P? Thankfully, I checked this before I put the lever. Get your 40 items and splash potion of regeneration. You put them in this order: pink, normal, and then unstoppable. So, as you can see, it's extended. It extended. Yeah, it's working.
Well, not yet. We're not sure yet.
Yeah.
It looks like it is, but we're not sure.
This will be done at the right time at the other side.
Which I will
Like
get.
literally right now.
Which I will.
There it is. If this combo timer could be limited, and I'm pretty sure this can be gold, I don't care.
So, yeah, that
I need
is.
to take yellow.
Yeah, so he still has to do yellow, which goes in this too wide space, which we managed to figure out. So I'm going to go back to spectating Hi, and I will reach the 1 hour mark if he gets this done in 7 minutes.
I can do this in 7 minutes, bet. It's going to be the rushed section of the tutorial. I'm not expecting you to follow with this anyway, so I follow it. Triple torch, fence gate, open it, make sure it's open out of it. Piston, arms here. Over that, we have piston here. This is your layout, that's the keys, torch here, you got, we had your speed burn off, so, oh god, that's to locate, like, literally relocate everything. Takes hit, and then just make this back out of blocks. Retip, dust, retip, we also have an updater's piston here, yes. I'm not gonna, I'll just reset the layout at the end, I couldn't be bothered. Okay. Oh yeah, so you're gonna have a apple system right here. Remember this will do it. So state of being empowered again. That's learning how the circuit gets. I'd be surprised if it's not that bad. Alright, so this is actually a fun note. The reason why this derps.
Oh, the server crashed.
It's just restarted.
Yeah.
On my recording.
That's fine. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, server's just like Hypixel. It's a great server. Am I right? Oh look, it's back on now. Oh look, we're back on. Nothing ever happened. Just like Hypixel, it's a great server. Am I right? Oh.
Yeah.
Hypixel's a great server, just like this one. By the way, your skin's not wearing anything. By the way, that's better.
Just wait for it to load.
There you
So
go.
loading on my side. There it is. Okay. So I didn't press. Well, I am recording still. So, sorry about that. The server decided to restart. The reason why the thing derps is because this. Yes. This dropper, 1, 2, 3, like so, it's going clockwise. Item in the dropper, block, comparator, block, comparator here, facing downward, to those, and your input is this digit, so we're going to set this out, and you can see that power.
Yeah, so yellow's is just a very derpy circuit. The way we had it before also worked. It's just this version is just better.
Yeah, that actually fits.
And then this. Check the hopper, because what's in there? Yeah, that shouldn't have happened for you.
What's up? Hello?
Hello.
What were you saying?
Something happened. I checked. Maybe it was something with yellow.
I guess that I'll just like update. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep it there. Maybe I just accidentally did something weird. Ignore that, I guess. I don't even know what happened. I'll be honest. That's the only one. Well, let's just hope it works.
Let's hope.
If you're wondering, we get our output with this. Just one change it to this. It can be just like normal pixel, but we've said density. We get the signal on the side right here. Yep. And adjustments for realsies this time.
Realsies. For realsies.
Oh, what I did. I accidentally right-clicked that. Okay. I right-clicked the new block at the wrong time. This should actually be out. No, it should be in. We're good. Let's just get it. The glass. Yep. This should. In here. Get the toggle right. As you saw with that extended you'll actually see it there because of the no more powering, but it doesn't break, but it just dirts. You'll see right now it'll dirt. It just dirts. As Gummy said earlier, it is a very dirty circuit, so. lot of dips, but it works out. It works out. So anyway, that is the left side done. Now we are going to do the going to be doing the right side.
Yes.
You want me to do purple because yes.
No, it's fine. I can do it. So we already have our connection to the other side, and it's been just about an hour now. So we need to start with the way we're going to do this. Now, in all of our 3 high throughwidth flush doors, we use a hopper timer. This hopper timer was basically just designed by me, and it was used in all of them because it was small enough for what we needed. But in this case, we're limited to 4 wide, and we would have to redesign it, but technically thanks to Hi, he showed me this a little while ago, we're just gonna do this.
I did so many doors, but yeah, it worked out.
So this is...
Actually, so Omegle did a clock version of this, and it worked.
Yeah,
and so I just removed the clocking feature.
Yes. So, and the way we do this and detect everything is, so we have a dropper hopper, and when this observer moves to here, it's going to create a clock. It's going to move these items into here, but it's going to keep powering this dropper over and over and over because this is a clock, meaning that the items will just go back instantly, but then just go back instantly. So it just stays in this hopper. Yeah. So it just stays in this hopper, and it's like it's never going to go back until this comparator turns off. So when I fire this, you can see that it's basically shooting the items across into here, and then this will not turn off until all these items are gone. If you have more items, it's very derpy because like it's gonna put some items in, take some out, and then go back and forth. But then it's just gonna do this. It's just how it works. So any second. Yes. And you can see now it doesn't matter if these derp or anything, but yes, so
also, Cardi, I don't like when you do the tutorial because you keep lagging out on my side. And, yeah, it's fine for now, but.
So, please make these silent. Okay, so we need to do inputs on this side. I don't know how to do them.
Yeah.
So, hi, do you want to do the inputs quickly? And then I can start doing these.
Why the heck not?
Okay, so I'm gonna go to game up 3.
I do like the first 40 minutes of the tutorial. Now you're asking me to do it. No, that's fine.
No, he's gonna do the bow clip, and I'm gonna do everything else, I guess.
Oh.
Yes, fine.
I tried to put it. I forgot that.
And I have about 45 minutes, maybe at most, so I can eat dinner. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat dinner in a bit.
Yeah.
We got hurrying up then.
Yeah. So we got So.
We forgot to put in doubles-ish.
Yeah.
They're not doubles. They're this will retract the distance to update observers and the distance.
Yeah. This is also part of the layout, but we just forgot to put it in.
Dust.
And also, by the way, go to I'm gonna go on my. Make sure this dust is in the cross state. Every single dust is not in the cross state. Cross state, because if it's like this, it will not work. Let me go back. There we go. Oh, you broke the hopper for the drop hopper.
I noticed. For my sake, I'm gonna put this to no 22.
Yeah, because he has a texture packer thing that shows it, but I don't, obviously.
No, it's just for my OCD. This is 0, this is 0. Oh yeah, instruments. And I'm just doing it so my thing doesn't yell at me. This actually is stair, because.
Yeah, so we're using smooth stone. Normally you never use stairs in a door. It just looks better than a slab because you obviously have this in a wall. But if you have it in like the corner of an end by end door, just use a stair because it looks better.
I calculate input temperature done.
Yeah, there's just
Minus,
there's extra repeaters ones, but add that 3-tick one as well. Yeah, this is gonna that 4-tick is actually really important for later.
3-tick and 4-tick.
Yeah, it was a 3-tick, then we changed it. Going to give a 1. So we need our output for this, but first we have to.
I'm just gonna take over because
No.
I don't want to get this over with.
Okay, so let's just do the sequence. So
Oh yeah, I got the sequence.
okay, so
I can do it.
okay, so hi would do the sequence. Okay, so I would think hi for the sequence. So basically, B8 EDE. EDE is like the same thing as this ABA here. It's just yes. C4 C times 2 is not a C times 6, because on the other edge we have to have an A times 2 toggle, which was actually
C times 2.
Yeah.
Works.
Yeah. So yeah. And this extra A in this area here towards the end was actually quite difficult, and that's why we have to use a float cart. And S1, if you've been watching my channel for the last while, you already know what S1 is supposed to mean. It's special because yeah, I've been making these doors. I've been making these doors for the past 3. Yeah. Yeah. So I've been making these type of 3 high doors, 3 high, 4 high doors for like the last 3-4 months already, and they're already driving me nuts, and they all have S1s, S2s. This one only has 1 S1, which I'm happy about.
Also, one thing I noticed, I'm just going to put
Yeah, so
this,
there's also a stair here.
this.
Yeah. You'll see why after. So we need to get
A stair for that.
okay, so yeah, so we need to get our outputs, and we devised a way of doing this by doing this. Is the output, yes. This is a block, by the way.
Yes.
So that would do this, and this is actually here. And then this is blue. Okay, stop building. Okay, so we need an output, and we have it. We're gonna do the best cobble timer ever. We need a limit. We're using a limiter. This is technically not needed. Actually, it is needed. So, yeah. So we're gonna push this card in. I'm gonna keep this. Never mind. So when we push this up, okay. So we're gonna get a cobweb up here. That's our, like, I guess, timer. Because we need to fire this up. Because if you look at the sequence here, you can notice that we've basically just fired the circuit twice, so that's what this does. The issue is, we want to time an extra dropper loop or whatever thing, or output, for a toggle. And that means this has to be limited. Now, if you remember from the showcase, you can already guess how this is limited. I'm using a soul campfire, because it makes no difference. I'm gonna use a netherite shovel to put it out. You don't need to put it out, it just looks better. And also, I think it looks better when you put it out, so you actually don't need to remove that minecart. So what you need is to just drop a simple minecart, any minecart. Do not use TNT minecarts. So we need to get a minecart to sit on top of this one, but there's also a hopper here. So the cool thing about this is that so it's just gonna sit on this. The way we do this is just gonna use blocks. We need to push this block in so we can actually get it here. So I was actually gonna weld edit it in, but okay, so we need 2 rails here. We need to. Okay, so doing this in survival mode is actually harder than in creative mode. The way I would suggest you do it in survival, okay, is
so many rails, and just hold a pickaxe in your main hand and then the minecart in your
Yeah.
left hand.
But what I would do is, what I would actually do is I'd break this with my fist, and at the right time, just as it breaks, I'd just hit right click. And breaking with my fist will give me enough time. That also works. In this case, I'm in creative, so what I could do is I could just place a block and hit left click and right click at the same time, and it just does this. So, but we don't do it here. So we need to place the minecart and then break the rail really fast within 2 to 4 game ticks. 1 game tick will not work because it's too fast, and 5 game ticks or more will not work either. So, like that. So this now you can see sits on top of this. Okay. And this will also, and this cobweb does not actually have a, what I would say, this cobweb technically does not have a real collision box. So you can just place it in. Yeah. You can place this purple block back, and if you look at this minecart, well, if you look at the string rather, hi, can you place a 1-tick repeater on top of this observer? So if you look in the F3 menu, you can see it says powered true, so in the green letters, and then it says false. This is how we get our outputs, and this is just amazing. I think this minecart in the actual door is pushed in more, but it's fine. It's pushed in slightly more.
Actually, so BAEDE, I totally forgot to mention this, happens twice. So this is what powers the BAEDE twice.
Yeah, I said that. So this.
I'm just wondering, B's is back, AEDE.
Yeah, so the way we do this is that we fire this input here, so these back pistons, and this one at the same time. Now, this is not going to break because these are going to retract first, and then delay here. We need to shorten this because of some timing stuff. So the way we do this is so we just have an extra observer here and then blue. So this just B and A in one move. Now we need EDE. Now EDE is kind of AIDS. So we need to fire this back input, then this one, then this one.
This repeater has to be a hopper.
Oh yeah. Wait, it can't be a hopper. This block. This block.
That blocks it off.
Yeah, I'm dumb. We should just block this off. Okay, so the way we do this is we use some lamps. So I'm not sure where this is exactly going to be. Okay, so it's, yeah. Okay, I see. So, so this goes into a 4-tick. It doesn't matter if this has to be a slab or not. So this 4-tick, actually it's 3, but it doesn't matter. So this will fire these. This will fire this back one, as you can see. My sprint's not working, but yeah, into this one, and then those 2 ticks are delay, and then these will just fire this at the right time. So, yeah. So. And this is EDE. We just have to input it. So we're not. The way we're going to input this is like using my resources. Okay.
Sorry about that. I had to tell my audience something.
Hold on. I'm actually dumb. I don't memorize. I have small brain. Okay. Okay.
I've been Discord toddling meeting this entire time.
Cool. So this hopper is the way we get our output. It doesn't matter if this dust fires this hopper or not because we never reuse this input at all besides in the reuse of EDE part. So I'm just going to use it as EDE. This will then fire this. Is this correct? I can check that. I'm dumb.
Oh my god, just start building things and I'll literally fact check you later.
Okay, so this would go into this here. So we need a dust here. Now there is a slab here, I believe. And then this is redirected with the trip. So this is your second tripwire. This is where, here or back?
Over to the first dust, not the second.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's a piston, right?
Yeah, yeah. And then this just goes into a block, right? Was
This is going to block this to a vortex. You're making too many areas. I'm about to take over this.
no. Okay, so this basically just does our BAE to E. Now,
I do want to do one thing real quick before we figure it out. I'm just going to quickly go over S1.
yeah.
Because I just want to go over it. So no block observer, hopper, observer. This is a hopper. This is actually two observers. This is up.
I'll place extra fire back. Yeah.
That will power this at the right time. And then you're going to go to here. That will power the block, powering this hopper.
Yeah.
Powering this.
Huh.
This up.
I think it's a hopper. Isn't this a hopper? This one here? This one?
Nope.
Okay, fine. So that does S1, which is the special one, which takes care of, let me show it here, the final retraction. Basically, this part of the door. It will pull these back, then fire these pistons at the right time to pull this back, and just as these observers updated put this as technically in zero tick terms it's an ABC CBA, but just the ABC part. It doesn't CBA it. So this does everything except for a C4 tick times 2. Now I want to thank Hi for this part. Now this, yeah. Okay, so I want to actually thank Hi for this part. So the way we're going to input our, so what we need is a C times 4, or in our case a C times 2, but the 2 ticks. So any C times X, okay, so X is just the number, you just divide it by 2. And that would just be a 3 tick or a 4 tick. Or in our case it's a 4 tick. So this would just be actually C times 2 3 ticks, and this is just C times 1 3 tick. This C times 1 3 tick needs pretty much a lot of delay because we have to wait for this A times 2 to go. The way we get that is just obnoxious. Yes. So yes, you can already see where this is going if you look here.
I'm gonna take over from you because yes.
Yeah, from this part. No, just do the boat clip.
No. I'm gonna do until when I say it's okay.
No.
It's actually not that much. So
No.
No,
Me.
Yes.
I move cart. We move cart in.
Yes.
So this is just a simple cobweb timer. This is a gold pressure plate because we have enough delay for that.
Just because I need to put a 3 in that needs to.
Okay, can I at least just like build the input?
No.
This is the part I memorize. So this will go into here and then into another cobweb timer.
Just shut up. I'm doing.
Bro.
This is my.
Right.
I said,
You do both cart.
as we said earlier.
Okay, so
Part of the work. Go, just go to England 3.
and show them where they aim the boat, by the way.
Okay, so you're gonna hit F3 plus A on your keyboard, so you can see the little lines.
Well, for me, you can't see that, but you can just use the pixels on the thing, I guess.
Just do that, and then you're here.
What? Okay, so you just place the boat anywhere, right? I guess.
Not necessarily.
Wait.
So it just has to be just right click it like here.
You just have to get. You have to get it.
Turn.
You just gotta get it as far away from the minecart as possible, I guess you could say. But still within the minecart block.
First, I'm just gonna break the boat. Alright, so there has to be a block here. I'm just gonna place it now. Because it helps.
Oh, remember to place the torch there, by the way, torch. And that block has to be blue.
Don't care. Actually, you cyan the original door. Got it.
Fine.
So you're gonna break that card because I already did listen to me. Put the boat just on the edge of the slab.
Yeah.
Push it in. Get in the boat. Turn. Move forward. And just continue turning. And then just get it straight. Here's the other thing. And then you have the rail here.
Yeah.
push the cart until it goes, and then
You can
push
just.
both rails. This one, and then this one, you're gonna see.
And then you
Then you drop the cart on top of this, like so.
and this acts as a limiter. Technically, this was not. Okay, so this is, I guess, not needed. Actually, it is needed for delay purposes. But yeah, so when we push this up, let me get to game 1.
Another
Oh yeah.
stuff.
And
You need to push this.
yeah, we're just using a 0 tick. You don't need to, but yeah.
You need to put a
Gold. Yeah, golden doesn't work. Gold.
Sticky, and just a normal block.
So blue technically. We can't place that.
Cyan.
You can't place that because of the boat. Want the boat move because it's pushing? Fine. Okay, so I will explain this part now. So this will input from this hopper timer as a falling edge. Now this kept spamming because I'm just going to show this. Whenever you have a fence behind this and you place an observer, the fence changing state will update this. So I hate that. So just leave this. We'll just be cautious around that. So when this goes up, it's going to fire this pressure plate. It's going to go down. Then when it retracts, it'll go back up at the right delay. This will push up into this pressure plate, but then it's going to hit this minecart. Now, minecarts cannot push other minecarts, so it's just going to fall back down because it's being limited. And if you make this slab here a campfire, it just does not work because it'll mean this is pushing up exactly 2 blocks high, and it cannot do. So this slab is just the perfect height. This fires this into this torch. Now you see that this is going to be a burnout into this vortex. Now this piston will extend for long enough to give this a bunch of pulses, but this one will only accept 2 of them. But this torch will not burn out. And even if it does not burn out, it will get updated from other stuff as well. So, really nice. So, yeah. Hello.
I'm pretty sure that you next this card.
Yeah, which one? This one?
Can't move walls. I can't. I'm trying to put that wall there for nice.
At least make it a barrier. Okay, so this takes care of our C4 tick, and then this 2 tick comes in afterwards. So this gets our C times 3.
And you're thinking, hey, there's a lot of space for like 2 pulses at a toggle and maybe 1 more pulse.
Yeah, you.
Actually, it was plenty of space.
There's stuff in here. So we have to worry how we're going to get the next pulses because we need to have a toggle and stuff. So originally we had this A2 tick on a toggle, but we don't actually have that. It just derps and doesn't do anything.
It's a redundant pulse. It does literally nothing in timing works out.
So this is the best part. There's going to be some minecart stuff in here, which I'm going to do after. There's going to be some minecart stuff in here, which I'm going to do after. So the way we fire this 4 tick again for the last time, to get this C times 1 or just times 2, but it's 1, is we have this 4 tick for as much delay as possible. This is a falling edge, so basically this will retract as this it retracts and gives an output to this hopper, to this. So this will do our last one, but then we have to fire A, and this I actually came up with myself. Before this observer was just a block with a repeater, but I changed it to a knob, same thing. And we have a 3 tick here for delay, and the reason why this has to be shortened, and this is also, and that 3 tick is also the reason why this 4 tick is the reason why these have to be no blocks and not observers, because yeah, and you can't make, just to make it neater, you can't move these observers back on these blocks for obvious reasons. So this, what we have here, actually does pretty much everything except for S1 and the refire. We just now need a toggle to fire the refire or fire S1. This part is the best part. No. I'm sorry. So the output is this block here. And thank God, before we had a dropper loop here, and that would give up 2 pulses, and it was just annoying. So we're gonna have this sticky piston and this here. So you're probably wondering, how the heck do you get an output out of this? Well, smart people think, well, if there is a dropper loop in here that's going to be using this space, how are you going to move this piston? Well, we're smart. And we also use the wall. So we have this observer, and we're going to fire this observer. Now this I can actually check, because... Okay. Now, you saw that was a dropper in there. It doesn't need to be. It's just, when we were testing it, every time we placed this observer, it would just fire the note block, firing everything. So we kept it a dropper. So please make the dropper face in. You can use a dispenser if you like. So if you like. So this will do the refire. The only thing we're missing is S1. This is the best part. So we're actually currently building magenta. So here we go. So we need this hopper facing into this hopper. Yeah, thank you. So we're just disabling this. This hopper faces into this one. This one's facing the wrong direction. I'm sorry. This one actually has to face this way. And you're probably guessing, where's the home dropper? It's this. So this. So I will just do that, and we're using magenta here. Yes. So you're probably wondering how you can't place a hopper here because this won't move it. Okay. So, but we're really smart. So we have this hopper here. Now I also realized that should be gone. This is gonna fire, so just remove this. I'll replace that after. Sorry.
Remove that observer. Yeah.
Yes. So we have a hopper here. This hopper never gets powered, so it doesn't matter if this observer does anything. So, also place a comparator behind this. This is how we get our output, and we're going to use this final bit of space in here, which actually is nice. So if we place that, like that, you're probably wondering, well, this is easy because it's just a minecart. So, we have to actually... That's fine. I could just wall edit it in normally, but for tutorial purposes, we have to just push these in. Keep this disabled still. So, pushing this here, okay, this minecart will move it out of its position, I believe. So, and we can't have a hopper here because this will never move and it just won't work. So, we have a clip. This clip is for 2 reasons. One is to block this minecart from moving, but also to get it into here. Now, to make this easier for ourselves, by the way, this is observer, we're using just a normal, we're just using a simple normal float cart. So we're gonna have this block here. Now, I'm gonna explain how this works too. We have to use a chest minecart. A first minecart would work, but first minecart don't accept items. No. So here, basically the minecart sits. So my computer doesn't allow me to do F3 plus B, but you get the idea. Basically, this minecart sits directly on top of this block. Just to show you, there is a way I can show you. If I get a slab, I believe a slab here. That's not gonna do anything. Actually, a flower pot is better. If I should stand on a flower pot and talk to here, sorry. You can see that, actually I should be standing over here, but you get the idea. Yeah.
Just explain the flow code. I'll try to give you a visual, please.
basically this minecart sits directly on top of this block, and the hitbox is on the block. When we zero tick this,
I've been recording this entire time.
nah, fam, that's fake news.
No, I haven't been recording this entire time.
It's fake.
Are you kidding me?
Just use my recording. Okay, so this minecart will be moved over.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. I haven't been recording this entire time, which makes me mad.
Okay, so back to where we were. This minecart will get pushed over, but because this is a zero tick pulse, it will get moved over ever so slightly. Now, the people who discovered this are not me and Hi, which I'm kind of sad about. The people who discovered this are just smart people in general. So,
If you discovered this.
yeah.
So, I'm gonna get out of my face, Guardian. Okay, so before you, this cart was sort of not right there, but the way, right where I am, you can see that the cart is just slightly off the block. Get out of my face! Wait. Okay, and then, yeah, so you can see that it's like off the block and Hopper's kind of something.
Yeah, and the exact amount that it's pushed over is 1 centimeter and 98 nanometers. Yes. And basically, this minecart is, in reality, you can push it up to put items inside this hopper, but you can also have a block here and it will not get broken, which has been used a lot ever since, yeah. And we drop this in, that fence will just hold it, and now we just have to replace what we broke, which is just this ob. It doesn't matter if that fires, and we also have to enable this. Now, this should be this side done. Hi can just check using.
Absolutely pissed that I wasn't recording for that entire time. I had some really good banter, you know. But yeah, we can just break this hobby.
Can you check if everything's good?
It is.
Okay, so everything should.
Put in the thing for what SMS do.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. So, this is actually one of my favorite parts of the door because it's just really nice. It's really easy, but it's really nice. So, that's it. But you're probably wondering, if you're really smart, you see, well, this piston gets powered, but remember to actually put an item in here. Which one is fine. Any item. You can see that this block here will fire this piston. You're probably thinking that's going to make a clock, and you are correct. I will show you that here, but because of certain timings and very smart people, yeah, so if you give this a 1 tick, you can see this does nothing. But if you give it a 1 tick, I'm gonna use a 0 tick, you can see it does this. Which is technically what you would want, it's just, you have to give this a 1 tick. But because this is a 3.5 tick pulse, because it's a dropper hopper, it does not do this, because it's extended while this is powered. So, this door should now be done. Hi can check if everything is.
I double checked it is good.
So, if this breaks, I'm gonna be sad.
It's not going to. I can push it over, power it back. Flat. Okay, there it is.
I can also move those.
I'm absolutely sad. For my viewers, you're probably just gonna watch your guarding items recording.
Yeah.
I'm not recording this again.
Yeah.
So just go check out his version.
And we've already technically been here before recording multiple times, but for other doors, which are just aids. So you can see it's doing the derping. And you can see those 2 redundant pulses here. Now this is the reuse.
You see this side's still working.
What happened to the reuse?
You forgot to put. Wait, what?
Oh, missing an observer in here. There you go. This works. We have to fire that piston. I'm just gonna get a button. Just do this. So I'm gonna zero tick this.
There it is.
Comparator in there. That's just my fault. Oh,
And broken. Into the room,
oh.
top floor, top floor.
Yeah, that's just because of me. So the door actually works, it's just I'm dumb as hell. I was gonna use something, I was gonna use another term, but child friendly! And I can already understand what term I was gonna use.
Monetize the app to attain to, like the noggin 13 to 24 for COPPA compliance.
Yeah.
Sort of applies to 13-year-olds.
Yeah, so, the door is technically done, so, for high standards, I'm gonna get glass, but I'm gonna use black stained glass because I think it looks better. So, and I'm so good placing ball. Okay, drag click OP for him. I can't drag click, sadly. There we go. And we're using black glass here. You can use any block that's not observers or redstone blocks. Only certain blocks can. Actually, only certain ones can be redstone blocks. We will point those out at the end if you're actually dumb. And yeah, I just don't. So, if just for fun, if you want to, and just be dumb, these blocks are like your only option. Everything up to here, basically, can be redstone blocks. But there is no need, because it's entirely pointless. And a fun fact about this door, just using World Edit really quick, the blocks I am showing right now, hold on.
The door worked, by the way.
Everything that I'm showing you right now can actually be TNT if you like.
Oh yeah.
So everything except for this can be TNT. Actually, yeah. And the door frame can also be TNT, I think, but I still don't care. So that is the whole door done. Thanks for watching, and just before we end the video, we're just gonna show the opening. So Hi is gonna flip it, and I'm just gonna stand outside, and you will enjoy this. I will see you in the next video, which will not be for a while, I'm guessing. If we get to 100 subs, I'll make a 100 by 100 piston door. I'm not lying. I will make it flying machineless. It would take. That's why I would not be uploaded for a whole year. That would be for next year. This is about 1 hour, 40 minutes. Satisfaction at its finest, right about here. Also, I want to credit Hi-Hi for all the sequences as well. I want to thank Hi-Hi for all the sequences, and also credit.
I said shut up, I'm trying to do something.
Sorry. Okay, also thanks to Defos for helping in previous versions and just...
Shout out to Def for helping me with the idea of this hopper timer.
Yeah. And yeah. If you want any other videos about, like, entity placements for fun or whatever, which we're probably not...
No, I'm kidding.
And we're actually not the best people for that, but, yeah. I will see you next time, I guess.
I'm claiming credit for the entirety of this site minus the hopper timer idea.
Yeah.
I did all of Yellow by myself.
Yes, we did have a previous version of Yellow, but yeah. Yeah, and then part of the site was me, but yeah. Anyways, cool fact about the story, the opening's actually smaller than the closing.
The left, the closing side, quote unquote, is the side of the closing. The opening
Yeah.
is a bit
Yeah,
here.
and thanks for watching, and we will see you next time in a while. Also, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.